kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Indianapolis. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll run. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff left, McCaffrey. Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 24. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. They'll run with Etienne. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Now Pickett will look to pass it. And he'll just get rid of it.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now Franks. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a 2nd down throw. Here's Franks. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out in the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Frank's throw taken in by Ridley here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Colts at 8-4 now in the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Franks. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on third down, here's Pickett. And that is incomplete.
Barbara, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And Frank's looking to throw. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like the boldness of that play call from the offensive coordinator because he wasn't daunted even by the double coverage. He expected to draw it to the tight end. The result, a huge gain and a major shot of confidence for everyone on the offense.
Franks now to throw on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Now, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. And there to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And they'll run with ETN. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Pickett with a quick throw out wide. Touchdown! George Pickens, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Colts, nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Setting up play action. Franks toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. On 1st and 10, Franks. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Frank's throw here caught by Mims. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 23-yard line.
They go play action with Franks. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A nightmare of a 1st half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect you to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Back to throw, Pickett. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Had Freiermuth the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Pickett on 3rd and 1. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Steelers 21, Colts nothing. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Mike Batchley set to kick off.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same. He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
19. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. He'll this one out deep for Davis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Again, it's Taylor. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, here's Franks. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 17-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first and 10, it's Etienne. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Second down, here's Pickett. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
With the score, Steelers 28, Colts 3.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. On first and 10, it's Pickett. This is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 35, Colts 3.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Franks now. Rolling to his right. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Franks. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off play action. Pickett. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Pickett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Pickett. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. A give for Taylor running right side. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. The 71 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Franks. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Franks. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Go.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
First down, Steelers.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnovers.